Daniel Cormier, a UFC Hall of Famer, recently opened up in an interview with Demetrius Johnson on his YouTube show, offering new insight into his long-rumored, but never materialized UFC fight with Brock Lesnar. Cormier revealed that Lesnar is currently not welcome in WWE and is reportedly on a ban list, which adds an unexpected twist to their past connection. This revelation comes as fans continue to reflect on what could have been one of the biggest heavyweight fights in UFC history. Back in July 2018, at UFC 226, Cormier had just become the UFC heavyweight champion and wasted no time calling out Lesnar inside the octagon. Lesnar responded by charging into the cage and aggressively shoving Cormier, creating a chaotic moment that went viral and sent fans into a frenzy. The confrontation seemed to guarantee a blockbuster showdown, and the hype train was off and running. Yet, as time passed, the fight never came to be, leaving many wondering what happened behind the scenes. Cormier explained that the collapse of the fight came down to money, with WWE offering Lesnar a better financial package than what UFC could provide. According to Cormier, the decision for Lesnar was simple. He could make more money suplexing people in WWE than stepping into the octagon and facing Cormier, a serious threat who fully intended to go after him with everything he had. Cormier made it clear he didn't blame Lesnar, admitting that the financial reward and physical ease of wrestling outweighed the risks of a real fight. He said the UFC wanted the Lesnar fight to take place instead of his eventual bout with Derek Lewis in New York, but it never got that far. WWE threw a big payday Lesnar's way, and that was that. Cormier acknowledged the sheer star power Lesnar had in WWE and how it allowed him to choose a path of less physical damage for a lot more money. Cormier admitted Lesnar made the smarter choice, and with his trademark humor, said Brock could either get in the ring and do nothing but suplex, or enter the cage where Cormier would try to kill him. Things took a more serious turn when Johnson asked whether Cormier would ever face Lesnar in a WWE ring. Cormier immediately shut the idea down, saying Lesnar is on WWE's internal ban list. He went even further, implying Lesnar had got himself into some serious trouble behind the scenes and pointed off camera, hinting that someone else in the room knew exactly what he was talking about. Cormier wouldn't share details on air, only saying, "You know what Brock did." "But I ain't telling you on air what Brock did. We'll get into so much trouble." While Cormier didn't specify the exact reason Lesnar is persona non grata within WWE, many speculate his comments relate to the fallout from the Janel Grant lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon and WWE. The lawsuit, which rocked WWE ahead of the 2024 Royal Rumble, named McMahon as a defendant, but also included serious allegations involving other unnamed individuals. One of those unnamed parties allegedly participated in sexual trafficking and was described in a way that heavily pointed toward Brock Lesnar. Although Lesnar wasn't officially listed as a defendant, the timing of the lawsuit's release and WWE's actions spoke volumes. WWE quickly pulled Lesnar from his planned appearance in the 2024 Royal Rumble, where he was rumored to face Gunther at WrestleMania 40 in a much-anticipated match. Since then, reports have continued to suggest that WWE has no intention of bringing Lesnar back until the legal situation is resolved or he is officially cleared from involvement. Elsewhere in the WWE universe, another major figure made headlines for a very different reason. Roman Reigns, the former undisputed WWE champion, recently addressed a strange rumor making the rounds online. A report falsely claimed that Reigns and his wife had welcomed a sixth child, a claim that quickly gained traction. But Reigns took to his TikTok to humorously deny the report. In the short video, he joked that people were trying to say he was catching up to his cousin and fellow WWE superstar Jacob Fatu, who has 7 children. Laughing off the rumor, Reigns confirmed, "5 and done. I've done my job, I procreate." Reigns has always been notably private about his personal life, rarely sharing details or images of his children, so his choice to publicly shut down the rumor was unusual but effective. The brief but funny TikTok reminded fans that he and his wife have 5 children, which includes a daughter and 2 sets of twin boys, an unusual but impressive family dynamic. The fact that Reigns felt compelled to address the rumor shows just how widespread the speculation had become. The TikTok post also marked one of Reigns' first public appearances since returning to WWE. After a long absence following his loss at WrestleMania, Reigns came back on the July 14 episode of Monday Night Raw to a thunderous reaction. He's now positioned on the Raw brand and appears to be entering a new phase of his career. With Seth Rollins sidelined, Reigns has aligned with Jey Uso and is currently locked in a feud with rising stars Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. A tag match at SummerSlam looks to be the direction, but in WWE, plans can change in an instant. Speaking of SummerSlam, WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg recently reflected on his official retirement match, which took place against Gunther on July 12. The match marked the end of an era, as Goldberg finally received the retirement send-off he had long sought. Although he had previously voiced frustration about not receiving a proper farewell, Goldberg is now singing a different tune. In a new interview with the Boston Herald, he credited Triple H, WWE's chief content officer, for making the final match happen. Goldberg revealed that the promise of a proper retirement match was first made to him by Vince McMahon back in 2022. At the time, Goldberg had been suffering from CO and wasn't sure he even wanted to face Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber that year. He only agreed under the condition that WWE would eventually give him the farewell he deserved. That finally came in 2025, and while he didn't get the win against Gunther, Goldberg said he was grateful just to be part of the moment. He spoke about how he never imagined a Jewish kid from Tulsa, Oklahoma would become a global icon, hearing his name chanted in arenas across the world. While he acknowledged he didn't do it alone, he made it clear that the people who supported him along the way helped make his career unforgettable. At this point, Goldberg says he's finished in the ring and is comfortable walking away for good. As one legend steps away, another prepares to make history. When Randy Orton steps into the ring at this year's SummerSlam, he will officially set a new record for the most matches ever at the event. Orton's tag team bout at the 2025 SummerSlam will be his 17th match at the annual Summer Spectacle, breaking the previous record of 16, which he shared with fellow WWE Hall of Famer Kane. Orton's SummerSlam history dates all the way back to 2003, when he competed in the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Just 1 year later, he would make history again by defeating Chris Benoit for that very title, becoming the youngest world champion in WWE history at that time. Since then, Orton has faced a who's who of wrestling legends including The Undertaker in 2005 and Hulk Hogan in 2006. Over the years, SummerSlam became a recurring showcase for Orton. He clashed with John Cena multiple times for the WWE title in 2007 and 2009, challenged Sheamus in 2010, and had an iconic feud with Christian in 2011. Perhaps most famously, he cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on Daniel Bryan in 2013, instantly shifting the power dynamic in WWE. More recently, he has taken on newer talents like Roman Reigns in 2014, Sheamus in 2015, and faced Brock Lesnar in 2016 in a brutal match that ended with Orton bloodied and battered. Orton's SummerSlam appearances have kept coming. He defeated Rusev in record time in 2017 and battled Kofi Kingston and Drew McIntyre in consecutive years in 2019 and 2020. He also captured the Raw Tag Team titles with Riddle in 2021, proving he's still a force in both singles and tag competition. Some fans have voiced criticism of WWE's decision to include Jelly Roll in a celebrity tag team match at SummerSlam, where he's expected to team with Randy Orton and Logan Paul to take on Drew McIntyre and others. But realistically, WWE had limited options for how to feature Orton and Drew without repeating past matches. Pairing them with Logan Paul, who has consistently delivered strong performances, and adding the mainstream curiosity that Jelly Roll brings makes for a unique and potentially exciting match. Ultimately, this year's SummerSlam seems poised to blend the best of WWE's past, present, and future. From legends like Goldberg saying goodbye, to veterans like Orton making history, and current stars like Reigns and Breakker shaping the future, the show offers a snapshot of WWE at a pivotal moment. And while Brock Lesnar's name may be banned from company programming for now, his shadow still looms large over every conversation about the company's biggest stars and biggest what-ifs.